Hey guys, what's going on? Darren here, and welcome back to the F1 22 My Team Career Mode. And this time, we're at Yas Marina for the season finale of Season 1. Yes, it's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. If you haven't checked out the last video, go back, go check it out. It was a sprint race weekend at Interlagos, and, well, it was almost going the way I wanted it to go, but in the end, it didn't go our way. If you haven't checked it out, go back, go look at it. As you can see here, we had a MGUK failure, and then that meant that it was our second DNF in a row, and our third DNF in 4 races. It's been a bit of a disastrous end to the season, but hopefully here in Abu Dhabi, we can finally get to the end of a race, and we can score some good points and beat Haas in the Constructors' Championship. That is our main goal now for the final race, is just to beat Haas in the championship. There's a good chance that we can do it. We just need to make sure that nothing goes wrong in this final race. But before the weekend gets underway, of course, we're going to be doing the Pirelli Hot Lap Challenge. And I've gone for the rival duel for this one, just to keep it nice and simple. Get that 100k pretty much in the bag. We passed the first 2. And then for the third one, look at how quickly Tremblay braked. He just braked so early. It made it very easy to pass him. So, yep. We've pretty much won the rival duel, which is, yeah, pretty much expected at this point. So, yep, that's our third win, and it's 100k in the bank, and it will go very nicely to funding our driver for the start of Season 2 of my team. But now, it's time for qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So here we go then, it's qualifying time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last qualifying of Season 1. Can we get into qualifying 2? Well, we're doing our second lap here. Our first lap was good enough for last place, so yeah, that was not an ideal first lap. But yeah, hopefully this time around we can have a much better second lap. Our first lap was very scruffy, to be fair. And you can see here, just through that section alone, we're 1/10.5 up. And now braking into the left hand of the first corner. That's really changed here at Abu Dhabi. It's much faster than it used to be. Of course, it used to just be a very slow chicane and then going into that hairpin. But the hairpin's been widened and the chicane's been taken out. It's a much faster entry, and the chicane and the hairpin itself is much wider and much faster than it used to be. Then into this section. This section still sucks, but it hasn't changed from last season. And then now we're on the run. We got a good exit from there. You can see we're 6/10 up, and now it's a run to the next part of the circuit that's changed. This used to be a chicane followed up by a double left-hander, but now it's one long sweeping left-hander. So much faster than it used to be. 5th gear on full throttle on the exit. We're 6/10 up now on our previous lap. It's a much better run than our first lap was. And now this section is also changed from the previous seasons. This section's been widened, so it's much faster at the apex. And then this one also has been turned into a flat-out right-hander. And so we go flat-out through there into the final corner now, which hasn't changed. And we're 9/10 up. Where are we going to be? Are we going to be into Q2 for the final race of the season? No, it's P17 for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But with grid penalties, I'll take that.
So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains, here in the United Arab Emirates, on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here at the Yas Marina circuit through 16 corners and a lap distance of around 3.28 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, so plenty of close racing, then plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc and Magnussen, Gasly, Vettel, Perez and Lando Norris, Bennett, Mick Schumacher, Alex Albon and Fernando Alonso. They've taken a grid penalty. Theo Pourchaire, Sonoda, Valtteri Bottas and Esteban Ocon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Stroll, Latifi, Joe, they've taken a grid penalty, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So Lewis Hamilton is starting on pole for the final race of the season, and Lewis Hamilton will be looking to win his first race of the season. It's pretty crazy to think that Lewis Hamilton hasn't actually won a race yet this season. But we're starting in P11 thanks to grid penalties. Kevin Magnussen, our biggest rival really in the Haas, he's starting up in P6. He is our main target today. Him and Mick Schumacher, we have to beat both of them. Going into turn 1, we go right around the outside of Mick Schumacher there. But Schumacher has the inside line, he takes the position. Schumacher's up to 10th. We're down to P13. It's a disastrous start for us in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have Magnussen in 6th. Schumacher is in 9th place. But going into the hairpin, we go down the inside. And we go past Mick Schumacher there. Himself and Norris went so slowly into the hairpin. We were able to just dive it down the inside, past both of them. So we're past one Haas now. Next up is Kevin Magnussen. As I'm saying, the two Haas's are our main rivals here today. Kevin Magnussen, he's coming under fire from Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. They are doing us an absolute justice here, because if they can get past Magnussen, that will put Magnussen right in front of us, and Vettel has the inside line. Can Vettel go down the inside on Kevin Magnussen? He does. Vettel goes down the inside on Kevin Magnussen. But Magnussen gets a better exit there, and he gets back past Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. And Magnussen's back up to P6, but what about Gasly? Can he get past Sebastian Vettel? No, he can't. We're being held up here by Gasly and Sebastian Vettel, and that is not good for us, because that's allowing Kevin Magnussen to get away for a second there. I thought, you know what, we might be good here. We might be able to get past Magnussen, but it doesn't look like that. Gasly has run out of VRS at the end of the lap, and that's put him under threat from us. And we're going to go down the inside into turn 1 on Gasly. Can we make it stick down the inside? Yes, we can. Through past Pierre Gasly we go. And that is us now up to P8. And as we start lap 3, we're going to be looking out to get a move past Sebastian Vettel. And Magnussen's just slowly starting to get away from us. But DRS has now been enabled. And can we use that to get past Sebastian Vettel? We've got to find a way past the German driver as quickly as we can. Vettel goes defensive into the hairpin. We're going to sit behind him. He goes a little bit slow there on the exit. He holds us up pretty much on purpose, but he also gets a bad exit. And now we have DRS and DRS and the slipstream on Sebastian Vettel and the most powerful engine in Formula 1. And we're going to be able to look for a move around the outside of Sebastian Vettel. Can we make it stick? Boom, round the outside. It turns to the inside and through past Sebastian Vettel we go now up to P7 here at Yas Marina. This is exactly what we needed here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Next up for us is Kevin Magnussen. It's our main rival himself, Kevin Magnussen. Can we find a way past K-Mag? We've got to do it. You can see we are faster. We are faster than Kevin Magnussen, and we are getting closer and closer to him. So we just need to stick with him, and surely we'll be able to find a way past the Danish driver in no time. We go purple in the middle sector, by the way. I've just literally noticed that. That's pretty insane. In the last few races, this Pulse Motorsport car has come on very strong. And now with the RS, we're going to look for a move down the inside on Kevin Magnussen. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. We're through past Kevin Magnussen. And guys, I just want to say, if you guys are enjoying this video, and if you have enjoyed this Season 1, please do drop a like down below, drop a comment below as well. And if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. We're going to be doing a second season of My Team Career Mode, because I have absolutely loved doing Season 1, and I've really enjoyed bringing the content to you guys, and I've also enjoyed interacting with you guys, and I do love that interaction. So guys, thank you all so much for that, and as I said before, yeah, drop a comment down below. Let me know who you want me to have as my teammate for Season 2 of My Team Career Mode, and you never know, your pick might just become my teammate. Anyway, back to this race now. You can see we're on lap number 12, and we're coming under threat now from Lando Norris. Norris has got past Kevin Magnussen and Fernando Alonso, and Norris now, in the much faster McLaren, it has to be said, has reeled us in. The gap now is only 0.7 of a second, but if Norris can get a good exit from this chicane, we could be coming under threat from Norris. We have a bit of wheel spin at the exit. We have a snap of oversteer, and that's going to put us under threat from Lando Norris. Norris has got the DRS, and it's a 2/10 gap. Norris is going to go around the outside. Can he make it stick? He turns in on us. Lando Norris turns in on us. He's broken our front wing, and we're going to have to box at the end of this lap for a new front wing and a set of hard compound tyres to take us to the end of this Grand Prix. I don't believe it. I don't believe Lando Norris just turned in on us like that. And he has absolutely screwed us over here because we're going to have to box this up. I was kind of hoping to stay out a little bit. But with Norris doing that, we've got to box in now. And we're going to have to put on the hards a lap or two earlier than I would like to have. So into the pits we come. Also into the pits comes Lando Norris as well. And he goes into the box now. We get a good turn in, which is always good. And so off goes the front wing. Off goes the hard compound tyres, off goes the mediums, and on goes the hard compound tyres. On goes a fresh front wing. It's a 7.6 second stop. It's not the best stop in the world, but to be fair, given we had to change the front wing, it was a pretty good stop by the boys for the last time, hopefully, this season. And out of the pits we go, and where are we going to feed back into this Grand Prix? It's P17, and behind Nicholas Latifi. That is not ideal at all. We've got a lot of work to do, I think, in this second half of the race now, thanks to Norris braking our front wing. So we're going to get the DRS on Nicholas Latifi, and what are we going to be able to do with it? We've got the DRS and the ERS, and we're getting closer and closer then to Nicholas Latifi. We're closing him in, but we're going to be a little bit too far back, I think, to try and move down the inside. Yeah, we're just a little bit too far back. But if we can get a good exit here from against Latifi, who is on some very used medium tyres, and we do get a good exit. Now we've got the DRS again, and we're much closer this time to Latifi. And we're going to go for a move around the outside. We're going to go the long way round, around the outside. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. We go the long way round past Nicholas Latifi, and that is us now up to P16. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do then in this second half of the Grand Prix, but there is still a lot of pit stops to come from the drivers in front. And you never know, with those pit stops, something could happen. We could be brought back into this Grand Prix. As we go now to the end of lap 14, starts at lap 15. And into the pits then comes a bunch of other drivers. And through we go past, yeah, pretty much all of them. And it's only Fernando Alonso then that's actually jumped us in the pit stop phase. Alonso has jumped us. He's up to P6. We're down to P7. So yeah, we've only lost one place really to Fernando Alonso. So do you know what? That's not that bad. That's really not that bad. As we go to lap 17, Carlos Sainz just made his second stop in the Grand Prix. He started on softs. He went to mediums. And now he's on the hard compound tyres. And he gets out just in front of us. And that brings him under threat from us. Oh, but we have a spin. We have a spin at the end of the chicane. Oh, we've had a collision with Sebastian Vettel. And the safety car's been deployed. We've got a 5-second time penalty. Oh no, we got a 5-second time penalty. Multiple cars are out of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And you can see that there's a few broken cars there. And yeah, I don't know what happened. We just lost it at the exit of the chicane. We spun it under traction. And yeah, the safety cars come out. We've got a 5-second time penalty. We're going to save that now under the safety car. And we're going to go in for a fresh air soft compound tyres to take us to the end of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We're going to take a huge risk because we've got to serve that 5-second time penalty. It means we're pretty much going to be at the back of the field. But we are going to be on a fresh air soft compound tyres, which only have to do about 8 or 9 laps in this Grand Prix. And that should take us to the end of this Grand Prix quite nicely. And we've got a lot of fresh tyres. So who knows what could happen here in this last 8 to 9 laps of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Anything could happen now. And the safety car comes in at the end of lap 20. And we're going to be getting back underway. Sebastian Vettel is in front of us. He's also on a fresh set of soft compound tyres. So we're going to have to try and get past Vettel as quickly as possible as we get back underway here in Abu Dhabi. The Grand Prix is back underway. We're on soft compound tyres. What can we do now to the end of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Will we get a good restart then to the Grand Prix? And it's, yeah, Sebastian Vettel runs wide, but Vettel runs wide. We got a good start and Vettel run wide, and that is perfect for us. We get past Vettel. We go down the inside past Pourchaire and Nicholas Latifi. They're on those cold all hard tyres. Us on fresh, warmed up, soft compound tyres, able to dive straight down the inside. That's 2 places. So we made up 3 places even at the restart, as of course Sebastian Vettel went wide. Next up is Mick Schumacher on our hit list. We just need to get a good exit from the final corner. We run a little bit wide. I don't really know what I was trying there, but it wasn't going to work no matter what it was. But we go now, yeah, we stick with Mick Schumacher. But look at this, he's getting held up by Bottas and Perez. And we go through past Mick Schumacher. That is us now up to P17. As we go to later on in lap 22. Next up is Valtteri Bottas. Bottas makes a mistake. He runs wide, he locks up the tyre. And that gives us an opportunity to get past Bottas. And we do. Through past Valtteri Bottas. He locks up, makes a mistake. As Alex Albon now makes a mistake as well against Sergio Perez. He locks up and loses a place to Perez. And now that puts him under threat from us. So Albon makes a mistake, a critical mistake it has to be said. He locks up, almost runs off track. And now Albon comes under attack from us, and through we go around the outside. Alex Albon, he's next. He's gone on the hit list. Through we go past Alex Albon, and that is us now up to P14. And now next up is Pierre Gasly as we move up to P14 in this Grand Prix. And what are we going to do to Pierre Gasly? We've gone down the inside of some drivers. We've gone round the outside of other drivers. It doesn't really matter what happens here, I think. We're going to get Gasly one way or another. We go down the inside into the hairpin. Through we go past Pierre Gasly. That's us now up to P13 here in Abu Dhabi. The overtakes are happening. They're happening thick and fast here at the end of this Grand Prix. These soft tyres are working beautifully for us, and they're not dropping off. They're not dropping off, which is the important thing. And next up is Lance Stroll, and then it's Kevin Magnussen. It's our main rival in this World Championship battle as we're looking to beat Haas in the Constructors Championship. But can we get Lance Stroll here? We're going to have to go down the inside. We go for it down the inside on Lance Stroll. We make it stick. Through past Lance Stroll we go, and that is us now up to P12 here in Abu Dhabi. And next up is Kevin Magnussen. And we're going to let it go down the inside of Kevin Magnussen. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. We go through past Kevin Magnussen. That's an important overtake because now we are ahead of Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher. And that means we have guaranteed that we will beat Haas in the Constructors Championship if we can just hold it until the end of this Grand Prix. But next up for us is Zhou Guanyu. If we can get Zhou Guanyu, that will see us up to P10. And if we can get to be fair, we're going to be ahead of him anyway with the 5-second time penalty. But we want to do it on track, and we're going to go for it here now. We got the slipstream, we got DRS and ERS, and we're going to go right around the outside. Zhou Guanyu, there's nothing he can do. Through we go past Zhou Guanyu. That is us now up to P10 here in Abu Dhabi. We're going to finish in the points for the final race of the season, unless Zhou Guanyu can do something about us here. But I don't think he can. He has not got the tyres left. He has run out of tyres, and our soft compound tyres are still working very nicely. So for us then, it's P10 here in Abu Dhabi. As you can see, there's nothing really that he can do as we just go through the final few corners. We've only got a couple of laps left here in Abu Dhabi. Can we get Yuki Tsunoda? I don't know. It's possible, but I think he's just a little bit too far out. Let's go to the last lap. And yeah, as you can see, the gap then went up to 7.4. Yeah, on the last lap or so, the tyres did start to wear out here in this final lap. They did start to run out of grip, so they did what they needed to do. They got us from P21 up to P10. Oh, but in the final corner, we make a mistake. We make a mistake in the final corner. We're going to lose place to Pierre Gasly. Yeah, I think we are. Gasly goes for it. He hits us. And we lost our front wing on the final lap. I don't believe it. We end the season without a front wing. But it's P10 in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And we score 1 point. And that sees us finish ahead of Haas in the Constructors. And that is exactly what we needed. It's P7 in the Constructors Championship.
It's been a roller coaster season, but they could go into the winter with their heads held high after an emphatic victory here today. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
So it's victory for Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton finishes in second and doesn't win a race this season, and Charles Leclerc rounds out the podium. Is that going to be a sign of things to come for season 2? Who knows? You have to wait and find out. We finished down in P10, which was quite frankly a brilliant result given we did drop down to P21, and only one driver did not finish the Grand Prix, and that was Lando Norris. In the Drivers' Championship, Charles Leclerc wins the championship by 161 points. We finished P12 in the Drivers' Championship, which is really the best we could have done. But most importantly, Pulse Motorsports finishes in P7 in the Constructors' Championship. That is exactly what we needed to end this season. Now, are we going to stick with Theo Pourchaire? You guys are going to have to let me know down below. Do you think we should keep Theo Pourchaire for Season 2 of My Team Career Mode? I want to say, guys, a huge thank you to everyone who has checked out these videos over the last couple of months. It has been an honor to make these videos. I've really enjoyed making this content for you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys again for Season 2 of My Team Career. And as always, comment, leave a like, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for Season 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.